Thanks for staying with us here on Sunrise. It's 2025, and if your financial goals are still pending approval, this is the segment for you, because financial educator Carlton, he's back with another Money Masterclass. It's brought to you by Guardian Life, and this morning he's going to be guiding us through creating a rock-solid financial roadmap for the year. Good morning, Carlton.
Good morning, Sir Carlton. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to both of you.
Yes, and to you as well.
I wish you all the very best blessings, the Lord's guidance and favor over your life. And this year will just be the best year yet.
Amen.
Indeed.
And wealth,
Indeed.
please. Yes, health and wealth.
Health and wealth.
That's
Everything
right.
mixed up
That's
in
right.
our
I wish for you the same, Carlton.
Thank you so
Thank
very
you.
much.
So this year, all right. So Carlton's voice was in my head the whole Christmas, right? I'm like, do I need this? Do I want this? Where is this? I'm not going in my sinking fund. I'm not touching
What about
that.
my 20%?
What, yeah, that's 20%. Okay, the savings.
I love
Hello,
this.
remember January is another month.
Yeah.
You're going to need to make sure that you have one. So listen,
I love
budget.
this.
Right, I actually wrote stuff down. Yeah, I didn't just go
Trust
with
me.
the trolley.
I love this.
wrote it down. I'm like, okay, Carlton, thank you.
I love
So
this.
you helped me.
I love this. I love it.
Yeah.
Before we jump into it, I would like to cover a Selena Hetrick. I was at the pediatrician and she said, tell Miss Kitty hello, I love her.
Oh, hi.
And Mr. Dennis. We got Mr. Dennis, Mr. Big man.
Yeah.
Mr. Dennis.
Mr. Dennis.
Selena Hetrick said, call my
Hi,
last
Selena.
name as
Hi, Selena.
Hi, Selena Hetrick.
Nice sounds in it.
Nice.
Wonderful. So making a financial plan. Before we start, we have a video from a sunriser.
Okay.
Jump into it before we start this morning.
All right.
Happy New Year, Sunrise fam. Carlton, big up yourself. As you see me here, I'm soliciting your assistance on something. So, I have $300,000 worth of debt that I want to clear off by April. I have a Nikon camera that I want to purchase by July, and the cost of the camera is $250,000. My monthly income is $250,000. Please let me know. Please let me know how I can deal with this situation. What is your advice? What plan can you give me? Let me know where I hit my goals for 2025.
Oh, wow. What kind of camera that, Dennis?
A big
Cameras are
Bose
expensive.
camera.
No, man,
Nikon.
you got a camera that will take picture
Hold
of
on,
every...
no.
Yeah, man, the
No.
stars and movies,
I
they're
don't know.
expensive. Yes.
That's an investment in his
His
work,
business,
his
apparently.
craft.
His
Yes.
business, yeah. So I want to jump into it this morning. So before I attack what he just asked about, let's get to some generic things I remind persons. So every successful business, they do plans. You have to plan.
Yes,
If you plan to be successful, you must plan. We have all heard it. If you fail to plan,
You plan to fail.
But we're not doing that with our financial lives this year any at all. So the first thing you do in making a financial plan, number one, assess where you are. You must know where you are financially. You're going to get your bank statements, your investment statements, your loan statements. Go online. You want to see how much you owe, how much you own, how much you have in investments. You want to know where you are, how much debt you have, how much credit card you owe, how much spend you did over the Christmas. If you don't listen to Carlton's voice in your head, what's happening now and how do I pivot from this? You want to know exactly what's happening. Also, be honest with yourself. Sometimes when you're making your financial plan, you're not honest with yourself. You say, hey, what? I'm in debt here about. I need to get out of this. So be honest with yourself. Number two, after you have assessed where you are, you want to make these plans. I know I've mentioned this before, but we are going to reiterate because people need to be aware. And sometimes with some new viewers as well. Your financial plan, they must be smart. So in making the plan, please, the first thing that you define the objective. What do I want to achieve this year? We all know the acronym SMART, and the S stands for what? The plan must be specific. So what do you want to achieve this year? I want to buy a brand new car. I want to own my first home. I want to buy the camera. I want to pay off a debt of X amount. It must be specific. It must also be measurable. So in the example the young man gave earlier, he said that the debt is $300,000. So he's able now to track to see if I pay off 100 out of this 3. Sometimes our financial plans aren't measurable. We just say, this year, more rich. This year, more some money.
Want a big house.
You want a
This
big
year,
house. And these things, you're not able to measure to see how it is that you're going and how it is that you can achieve it. It must also be attainable. Sometimes the plans that we have, it will make us be frustrated in the process.
Yes.
Because then we can't achieve it. We want to save $10 million, but we only earn $100,000.
Yeah.
We now buy the lotto. We now do extra income. We now do anything, and we want this big money. That will make you become frustrated.
Yes.
Number 4, it must be relevant. So, for example, you want to buy a house this year. One of your financial goals has to be, I need to save 10% for my deposit. That's a relevant goal. So the goals must tie back your overall plan that you want to achieve financially. Must
make sure
be.
say energy up to date and
You have
so.
to make sure those things are in line. You're paying up those things. Wonderful. And it must be time bound. So it simply means that you want to achieve this goal by a particular time. The time bound is important because this will allow you to know that, hey, time is winding down. How do I get this moving forward? That's the specific part, the smart part of all the goals. The third thing, I want you to assess your income. Because in order for you to achieve these goals, you must have some amount of income, which is the budgeting time right now. You must sit down and say, all right then, my income is $10, the expenses are $8, I have $2 to help me to achieve the goals I just set a while ago. If you don't do that, these are not goals. There's a talk, win out of your mouth. And we're not doing that this year. We've passed that stage. And the last step is to devise an income strategy. Now, this we have to go delve into our next topic. Because in order for you to achieve these goals, you must have an income strategy. Meaning, how do I plan to earn this money this year? Because sometimes the money that you're earning now, Miss Kitty and Dennis, it can't cover all of these things.
True.
So you must start then, I do this on the side. I need to book 5 more shows this month. I need to teach 3 more social class next week because you need to know where the money is actually coming from. So those are the important part. Let's jump into the young man's case. So he has 2 goals. One, to pay off $20,000 in 4 months, by April. And 2, to buy the camera. Were these goals smart? Yes or no?
Yeah, they were specific.
They were specific. Were they measurable?
Yes.
Yes. Is it attainable?
Yes.
Yes. Is it relevant?
Definitely.
And is it time bound?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So this young man hit
But
all
given how
areas.
much money he make, was it attainable?
Well, we're going to jump into that right now. It is attainable if him have a number 4, the income strategy to match this.
Yes.
Look at what he's earning now. He's earning $250 per month right now. So in order for him to pay off this loan in 4 months, he must be putting on $75,000 every single month to lick off that loan.
Right.
To buy
In
this
that time.
camera, he must be $35,715 every single month to get it by July. That means he needs $111,000 every single month. Dedicated towards these 2 goals only. Is that practical? I've taught you guys before the 50-30-20. That's on a regular day.
Yeah.
If you have debts to pay off, I switch sometimes to a 60-20-20. 6% of your income
Savings.
goes towards the needs, which now
needs,
includes
yeah,
an extra 10% to lick off the loan.
Right.
Let's go to that. 20% towards want, 20% towards savings. Antoine, can you do this? To pay off the loan, yes, you can. Because when you take the extra 10% over the next 4 months, that is about 45 thereabout, and then 20% down in savings, boom, you're good to go with that. However, if you are using the same income over the same timeline, Mr. Antoine, you won't be able to get the camera by July. The camera now gone over into the month of August. Because when I ran the numbers, the extra 10% here, the 20% down here, you're not able to achieve that goal by that time. But it's okay, you can pivot.
Right.
When you have a goal, you realize it can work and it can't work, that is no time for you to pivot. So while you can hit off the loan, which is what I'm going to recommend you do first,
yes.
hit off this high interest rate loan, then you do what? Jump over. The camera now will come in the month of August, which I assume will now help him towards number 4 over this
Yes.
side.
Additional
Because
income.
additional
Yes.
income is where he wants. So I know this may be a very quick class, but I want to encourage all our sunrisers, if you have these queries, have these questions, I want you to jump on over, send me a video, let us help you. Also, any sunriser who is here, online watching anybody here, and you want to sit down to go through your financial plan and your investment plan, guess what? May I go in it free next month or 2.
Oh,
Just
wow.
call me, reach out to me, Carlton, I want to sit down. How can I start investing? What can I do as my gift for you for the new year? People give gifts in December, but guess what? Me, I roll it over into the new year.
That's
I want to
so
give you some
nice.
gifts.
That's a real
I want
deal.
to sit down, look at where you are, open that investment account for you, and start making that plan this year. You're not dead poor. We're not doing it.
That's
and I'm
very
here
smart.
to actually help you. Yeah?
Very smart.
So it's
Love
Carlton
it.
G Stew across all platforms. Send me a DM. Say, Carlton, I want to meet with you. I send you the information, and you come and sit in my office, and there's some AC, and I will talk. There's some nice AC, I will talk, and set the financial plan for you
I like
this
it.
year. Yes.
I like it.
That's hot. I like
it's a
that,
good look.
Carlton.
It's a
Thank
good
you
look.
so
Thank you
very
much.
much. And I got to tell you, don't sleep on Carlton's advice. Take it and implement it so that we can all be better off for it. All right, big thanks to you, Carlton.
Not a problem.
All the best to you and your family, and Happy New Year again. And thank you so much for those tips. And guys, please continue to send in your financial resolutions for this year so that Carlton can help you get back on track. And or if you're on the right track, he can even keep you steady on the track. And by the way, Carlton, where do we send the video? To where do we send the video?
Oh, so you can, well, send to CVM. So on our social media, so CVM Production Team at Gmail.
Okay.
Send over there. And
Very well. So send those videos, please, guys. We want to help you. We're not just talk. We're all about action, all right?
Yep.
We are going to go to the morning news. So stick and stay right here on CVM Sunrise.
Money, money, money.